We have to be wherever we are at any point. Okay. So we finished the yamas. We have 5 niyamas now. And after the niyamas, I want to cover, everybody got the sutras, right? The reason why I asked Akshata to share the sutras was, after this 10 keys is over, we'll take a small break, like maybe 15 days or something. During that time, we'll have the Navratri chanting and also, don't worry. But during that time and onwards, every day morning, it will take 3 minutes. Just recite the sutras once. With a tune, without a tune, it doesn't matter. But every day, like a prayer in the morning, open the book, sit up on bed, wherever you are, and read the sutras once. And then try to start your day. I think that over a period of time, these 10 keys will enter us. Because we keep telling it. Ahimsa, Satya, Asteya, what happens, everything is covered in these 10. So every morning, get up and say it like a prayer. I feel that's why I send the sutras. And when she is reciting, just here, we split it into words. So it's easy now. Because some of it, if you check, maybe, joint. But this is very easy. I think somebody is unmute. Neeta ji, can you please mute yourself? Yeah. So that's it. So now we'll go to niyamas. Niyamas are 5. Shaucha, Santosha, Tapaha. Okay. Then what? Anybody remembers? Swadhyaya, Ishvara Pranidhana. So what is Shaucha? What does everybody know about Shaucha? Cleanliness, you can chat. I'll open the chat box. Okay, you can type. So what is Shaucha?
मन का मेल भी शौच हो सकता है.
We have to clean the, yes, perfect. We have to clean the uncleanliness that is there in the mind also. Okay, that's super. So we have to clean basically. Vani, can you please switch on your video? Cleaner thoughts. Yes, 100%. That's perfect. And who else? Vani, you need to unmute and speak. If you're speaking.
Detoxification.
100%. 100%. That's the first thing. That's the first thing we'll do. Detox the entire body and then the mind. So what is Shaucha? See, there are surprisingly 2 sutras for Shaucha. For everything else, there was one sutra. Here there are 2 sutras. One is 40 and one is 41. 2.40, 41. Shauchat Swanga Jugupsa Paraira Samsargaha means with Shaucha, what happens is there is a fine disgust, that will arise about our own body, which will disinterest us in others' bodies also. That helps brahmacharya. Because otherwise, when we try to see, our interest generally is physical. So the physical we are all organisms. Okay, we are all beings, organisms. We breathe, we live, we die. The body is an organism. So we have to rise above the physical organism. For that, Shaucha is very important. So Shaucha in every way. Okay, we'll start from the body. First of all, internal detox is definitely what Vani said. But first of all, the basic cleanliness is taking bath. Okay. How many times do we clean our mouth? Each time you put something in your mouth, you have to rinse your mouth. Okay, these are very small yogic techniques, but it's very, very, very important because it helps in Shaucha. Then next comes brushing, at least twice. Okay, morning when you get up, clean your tongue. These are basic things. Clean your tongue, splash water on your eyes. Okay, and for eyes, you should also do tratak. Okay, that's one of the yogic kriyas. So we'll do it sometime together. So tratak is gazing at the candle, which is around 1 arm distance or 2 feet distance from your eye level, just slightly slant, and try not to blink your eyes. So this helps in meditation. So we'll do this and then we'll meditate once. So tratak is one of the cleansing techniques, because tears will come from your eyes and your eyes will then glow. Okay, so as we generally may not be crying every day, so the eyes may not be very sparkling and glowing. So for the sparkle, we need to cry. So Tratak is the best way to shed tears, not for emotional reasons. That's not the best way to cry. Okay. Then what happens is the face, then the hair. You have to, do whatever necessary for your hair, less cosmetic, more natural. Okay, as far as possible. Then comes your entire body, taking bath. How do you take bath? A quick shower. Quick shower is like kaise to karke khatam karenge kind of nahi karna. Unless you're taking 2-3 showers, it's fine. But one good bath a day, okay? Doesn't mean I take 10 buckets and 30 minutes under the shower. It's awareness. When you're taking bath, kya kar rahe hum log? Why do we take bath? What's the need? We want to remove the dirt, whatever we may have put across, while traveling throughout the day, the sweat. ये सब निकालना है. क्यों? शौचा. We want the body to be clean. So we take bath. But how we take a bath is जल्दी से soap rub कर दिया, जल्दी से पानी डाल के निकल गए. But in ancient times and all, they would first apply oil, then they would take some, that natural scrubs, then put all that on their body, and then take around se garam pani mein snan karte the. But now to we are doing some quick business only. So shaucha wahan pe is reduced. So we need to take one proper bath with full awareness of the body. Most of us don't even look at the body while taking bath. We are not interested in seeing the body. फिर शौचा कैसे हुआ? खुद को देख के खुद का हर अंग स्व अंग. It's written here, swa anga. So when you take bath like this, you understand that this is a physical organism. This is a physical body. If we try to avoid that, that thing will not sit in our head. It has to come slowly in us that, okay, it's just a physical body. So for that, we keep cleaning it. We maintain it like a car. कार को ज्यादा टाइम लगाते हैं हम लोग. क्या शाइन मारते हैं, क्या स्पंज लगाते हैं, क्या आवाज. ऑल दोस हु हैव व्हीकल्स ऑलरेडी स्माइलिंग, आई नो. खुद को लेकिन हम लोग बिल्कुल भी उतना मेहनत नहीं करते. देन व्हाट वी डू, 6 महीने में एक बार स्पा जाएंगे. उन लोग दे विल स्क्रब एंड गिव अस. अरे अपना शरीर है, अपने को स्क्रब करना है. You do it if you want it for a change, but do it yourself. Every day, take at least 10-15 minutes. Take a good bath. Okay, it's not about more water. It's about more awareness. So the bath is over. Now the basic body is cleansed. And usually अपना customs में था that we would be like, before taking food and all, हाथ पांव धो के आने का. खाना खाने से पहले हाथ पांव मुंह धो के बैठने का खाने को. It's very important because it starts the digestion. We don't know why they used to tell us, but this starts the digestion process also. You feel refreshed and you feel ready for the food. ये हम लोग बाहर से आए, हाथ पांव कुछ नहीं धोया, सीधा बैठ के खाने को, और बैठ भी नहीं जाते हम लोग, खड़े खड़े टेबल से लेके खाने शुरू कर देते हैं. So all these things are not the best way to eat or the best way to actually take meals. You have to wash properly, then sit down in a position, if possible sit down to eat. Don't sit on a table, chair, and sit down on the floor and eat as far as possible. So this was the thing. Now detox internally. Internal detox means there are shat kriyas, like there is a jalaneti where you put water from one nostril and remove from the other. All these techniques, if anybody is interested in going further on the path, this creates a lot of shaucha. Because knowingly, unknowingly, everywhere there are impressions, whether it's the nostril, whether it's the skin. Skin is the biggest organ. पूरे शरीर में skin नहीं है actually. So skin clean करना है, ऊपर से nostril you have to clean. Because why, I'll tell you. We will नाक clean करने से क्या होगा? बहुत कुछ होगा, because the breath will be more clear. When the breath is clear, if the nose is blocked, because we have not cleaned it probably, suppose, then you'll be breathing in a different pattern. Now go and blow your nose and clean your nose and then sit down and do the pranayama. There's a different energy. There is more flow of air inside, and the prana can easily follow inside. So it's very good to do the nose cleaning and all, absolutely. And if possible, learn the jalaneti also. But do it properly. Don't use a neti pot. Because sometimes the neti pot ke andar bhi germs reh jata hai. Use your own palms. So if anybody wants to learn, maybe Akshita can teach it sometime, because she has learned the technique how to teach also now. So Jal Niti is very important. Nisha has written rinse mouth and wash hands and legs with soap after going to toilet. Yeah, 100%. That's also important. All these things are important, because शौचा is not चलो कुछ तो सिर्फ सैनिटाइज कर लिया, ऐसा बहुत इजी टेक्निक्स हो चुका है आजकल, शायद टॉयलेट जाके भी सैनिटाइज कर लेंगे इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग द वाटर एंड सोप एंड ऑल. शॉर्टकट्स नहीं चाहिए. टेक द टाइम, डू एज इट वाज डन प्रीवियसली, unless there is absolutely no water in the house or some emergency. Okay, so this is thing body ka ho gaya detox mein. We will not go in for the shank prakshalan and all in depth, because it's too much of process right now. But we can eat and keep a gap of at least 12 to 14 hours at night. Okay, so suppose you have eaten at 8 p.m. or 7 p.m. dinner, next day tak at least 12 to 14 hours ka gap before you put anything in your mouth. For food, you can have water, lemon water, honey water, kuch bhi chalega. But try to keep at least 12 hours gap. That will allow all the vitamins and everything to be, actually broken down and assimilated. And please sleep early, everyone. So this was the digestion part of it. Then there is Pratak we spoke, and Jal Niti, and the rinsing of the mouth, brushing of the teeth. All these are the physical. Okay, physical shaucha we have understood now. Now let's move to the next. Next is the entire system. When you start breathing properly, naturally the pranayama happens properly. So the prana is going in properly. So it's a life force which is enhanced when you breathe properly. That is pranayama. So with that, what happens? The cells, the blocked, the prana is blocked in various places in our body. So these blockages are cleared when the breath is clear. What we felt is, breathe to kar rahe na, जी रहे ना, बस हो गया. But ऐसा नहीं है. Why do we need to regulate our breath now and not 100, 200 years ago much? Regular people are not yogis. Even regular people को क्यों प्राणायाम का जरूरत है? Why do we need? Because we are not breathing properly. If we right now think, how is everyone breathing? Each time we breathe in and out, stomach अंदर जा रहा है, बाहर जा रहा है, क्या हो रहा है? When we say breathe in, we take the stomach also in. The stomach has to bloat. When you breathe in, it's like a balloon. You're filled air, it has to bloat. And when you breathe out, it will go flat back. But none of us are breathing properly also. So when you're not breathing properly, the prana is not going properly inside, and the prana is not enhanced in the cells. The cells have less life force energy, and so the diseases are caused. So a lot of what we feel chal jata hai. When you're angry, how you breathe. When you're happy, how you breathe. When you're very sad, how you breathe. So all of y'all, what y'all can do, one thing is catch a rhythm, when you're feeling very peaceful at any point of the day, during the next week, just sit down and count how many breaths in and out is going when you're peaceful. That is your original rhythm, and it will be different for everyone. When I'm totally peaceful and sitting, I will be maybe barely breathing 6 to 8, max to max, I'm saying, per minute. All of you check in 1 minute, timer लगा के देख लो कि कितना breaths ले रहे हो. It could be anywhere around 12, 15. And our life span is decided by our breath. We all have limited breaths. So if you're wasting our breath like this, then it's going to be very challenging, very, very challenging. गुस्सा आ गया ना 10 मिनट या 5 मिनट के लिए, we have lost some life, लाइफ स्पैन का लाइफ कम हो गया. इसके लिए गुस्सा नहीं करना है. Also, I told this in Gita also. Then what happens to people who are runners or who are doing yoga and sweating and breathing heavily for 1 hour? Now 1 hour में जो लोग ने breathe किया ना, पूरा दिन में उन लोग का breath शांत हो जाता है. So they cover up for 23 hours, and the breath reduces to maybe 5 or 6 per minute. From 16 to 6. We have to breathe only 5 or 6 per minute, not more. So all of us who are breathing, shallow breathing is not good. Deep breathing is fine. Or light breathing is okay. But shallow, जो ऊपर से breathe कर रहे हैं, they are not using the stomach, they are not using the chest, lungs, कुछ नहीं, सिर्फ ऊपर से breathe कर रहे हैं. ऐसा जो breathe आ रहा है, that's not a good thing. You have to breathe deeply. And what you need to do? Nothing. Sit down and breathe. Learn how to breathe, how to expand your lungs, how to expand your tummy, how to breathe properly. And when you breathe properly, right prana is going in and coming out. It's regulated. That's pranayama. And once the pranayama is happening naturally, beautifully, then all your cells are very much energetic and very much in, less diseased state, actually more active state. More active, more breathing cells means more health. We are all, fighting for health today. All you need to do was not to get so angry, if possible. Observe your breath. When you're angry, observe your breath. Okay, when you're very angry and shouting, maybe you'll not be able to observe your breath. I can totally understand. After 5 minutes, sit down and think, how was I breathing? Was I panting? Was I trying to catch my breath? What was I trying to do? So immediately once you know all this is happening, what happens? You will understand that you need to breathe with awareness. So that is also Shaucha. Because then pranayama happens and then cells are invigorated. Surprisingly, everything is connected. So then the third thing comes is the mantra. You need to chant any mantra. It could be just Om. It really doesn't matter. Any mantra. But preferably take a smaller mantra and do it repeatedly. Once you do anything repeatedly, then what happens is the body makes a pattern for it. There is a vibration pattern that the body will recognize. So as soon as you start the same mantra again, the body recharges very quickly because it recognizes the vibration. So immediately do that and keep doing the mantra, because it's not only good for your vacha, the speech purification, you have to purify the speech also. We are speaking rudely, we are speaking loudly, we are shouting, we are sometimes using abusive words. It's coming because of our past impressions, but all these are becoming toxic for our speech and causing a change in our breath. So all this is, surprisingly, all this comes under Shaucha. Then Manasa, Kaya, Vacha, Manasa, Sharir ka to we understood, kya clean karna hai. Next, the speech through the mantra, and observe your speech. What am I speaking? What was I speaking? Was it necessary? That also, that's a brahmacharya. Jitna zaruri utna hi bolna hai. So that is the next. Third one is manasa mein mantra please karo. Man is mantra. Man se aaya mantra. So mantra is, that's so important. Okay, it enters the, it heals the emotions. It heals your entire hurts and all that we may be carrying. So Shaucha. Sometimes I chant the Gayatri mantra when I feel sad or too angry. Ritika, super. Why sometimes? Every day you chant. Okay, so that you will not get angry only. Most probably over a period of time. Okay, Ritika, if you don't have time, like too much time, do it only 11 times. And if you have time, do 21 times. And if it's a vacation and you have more time, do it 108 times. Okay, it's beautiful, like, or you can listen to it. But yeah, Gayatri mantra is beautiful. It's Gayatri, Devi Gayatri, na? So you should do it. It's very powerful also. Okay, so do 21 at least, generally 108 only when you're having a lot of time, because it will bring a lot of changes within you. Don't feel any Gayatri mantra kuch nahi hoga. It will bring you, it will make you more alive, and it will make you more alert to what's happening around you. Okay, so that was the Shaucha of different types. Now, why was this Shaucha needed? Is the next sutra says, Sattva Shuddhi Saumanasya. You all have the sutras here, you can check. We have split it into Ekagra, Indriya Jaya, okay, Atma Darshana, Yogyatva Anicha. Okay, Sattva Shuddhi. Sattva is pure. Sattva is, we know what is Sattva, Rajas, Tamas, Sattva. So it's a pure white one, okay? Shuddhi, again, Shaucha. Saumanasya, you are very much in a peaceful state of mind, okay? Then Ekagriya, one-pointed. Indriya Jaya, victory over the senses, okay? Atma Darshana Yogyatva Anicha. Yogyatva is Yogya Hona. किसके लिए? Atma Darshan के लिए. कैसे? Sattva Shuddhi Saumanasya एकाग्र इंद्रिय जय से आत्मदर्शन के लिए हम लोग योग्य हो जाते हैं. So all of us trying to seek self-realization, आत्मा को जानना चाहते हैं, the soul, who am I? आत्मदर्शन के लिए क्या करना है? सत्व, शुद्धि, सौमनस्य, एकाग्र, इंद्रिय जय. How many of us have इंद्रिय जय? It's an impossible thing. So इंद्रियों के ऊपर जय, विजय, okay, विजयदशमी. So we are going to conquer and have control over the senses. How? That is part of purification. 41st Sutra is saying that entire purification, peace and goodness, one-pointed indriya jaya, ability for Atma Darshan. That was the exact meaning. So we know the Shad Karmas we will do. Jitna ho sakta, do the Tratak, the cleansing of the mouth, and the, if you want, you can learn the Jalneti from Akshita. There'll be different something else also she may teach. Learn all that. Take a bath properly. अपना ही शरीर है. वो बच्चे को कैसा नहलाते हैं? Just born baby को ऐसा मस्त तेल लगा के उसको, ये सब हम लोग भूल ही गए अभी. So the limbs are not draining. We are not rubbing the body. The lymphs in our body will not drain. So everything has to drain. So you have to just, take some scrub, like natural scrub, kuch mila. What we generally do is we take besan, haldi, and milk cream or curd or something. Take the rough besan, the chickpea flour, which is slightly ground, which is rough, okay, and then rub it on your body, and then just take a bath. That's enough. All these things are very necessary. If not, when you enter the bathroom, take a dry towel, the turkey towel, small one, okay? Dry. When your body is dry, just rub it once and then take a bath. All the dead cells will go. So on a dry body, with a dry, don't be very rough, okay? Because I told them, kal bolenge pura ye choke rash ho gaya. Aram se, bahut prem se. That's why I said not a smooth towel, a turkey towel, okay? Usse just rub your body finely and then take a bath. Or there are different ways. After taking bath also, don't rub vigorously, but rub. You need to clean the skin. So that was the Shaucha part. So this and all we will do as far as possible, as and all, how and all everybody is interested, we'll take up one kriyas, okay? Like especially Tratak, we will take. Now, the sattvic, when they say sattva, the food part comes in. So, it's very important to check how your breath is feeling, how your digestion is. It will tell you कि शौचा चल रहा है कि नहीं चल रहा है. हम लोग के organs clean है कि नहीं आज? How do we know how our organs are functioning? If the kidney is not functioning properly, you may have a fishy smelling breath maybe. And a different smelling breath, bad breath actually. And if the liver is not functioning, your face color may be slightly pale and not pinkish. See, you have to check. When you look at a face, if we look at a face, we will know the person is healthy or diseased just by looking at the face. कि अंदर कुछ तो भी तो सही नहीं चल रहा है. If the face has good color, good glow, naturally, no artificial creams. Natural glow है, सुबह उठ के देखो, face glowing hai, skin acha lag raha hai, there is no problem, hair is looking good, that means your organs are functioning perfectly. There's no need to go to the doctor. But when you look at your skin and you feel it's getting, pale or doesn't have the shine, doesn't have the life actually, forget the shine, life, then you know that something is not functioning properly. You have to tackle your food and your sleep. Food is very important. So sattvic food खाएंगे. Digestion कैसा है? How many times do you go to the toilet? How is your poop? All this is shaucha, okay? Don't feel anything when I'm saying this. Everything comes under shaucha. How many times do you pass urine? What color is your urine? If you hold the urine, what happens? Most women do that and they get urine infection. Because they don't get a good maybe toilet outside. I don't know why we do all those things, but yeah, but ye problem hai. And do not see. And another thing what we do is when we are traveling, suppose we know that there's no washroom in between, we'll not drink water. Not drinking water dehydrates us. Dehydrates means digestion ka vaat lag gaya already. And you're feeling low on your energy, on your prana, your cells are depleted of energy. And then we feel, "Arey yaar, kya lag raha hai? I'm not feeling so great." All this comes under shaucha, because when you drink water, you flush out the toxins from the kidney also. It's shaucha is not ki sabun lagaya, shampoo lagaya. It's more than that. वो तो करना है, but it's more than that. All the organs must be in shaucha. All organs, whether it's the small intestine, that's why I said 12 to 14 hours gap, so that all the things from the small intestine are pushed out during the night. So if you keep eating, क्या क्या करेगा वो पेट, क्या क्या करेगा बेचारा, वो सोएगा कभी. So we also need to sleep and assimilate. So please think about the food, give time for digestion, check the urination pattern, do it when it's required, don't hold, come what may. Okay, it doesn't matter, don't hold, it's not good. Second, if long travel hai, check that there will be some washroom and drink water. Don't stop drinking water. Okay, water will purify, that's why I'm saying this. And digestion to check karo, if the digestion, you're constipated or you're having loose motion all the time, then you need to properly eat certain foods like banana, fruits and all these things, so that you have enough fiber in your diet. All this again is shaucha. I know you must be wondering why so much is being covered, but shaucha is internal and external. And when your organs are functioning properly, your lungs will function properly, you'll breathe properly, your prana will be perfect, your cells will be energetic, you will be energetic. That is shaucha and that is sattva. We cannot gain sattva directly from tamas or rajas without checking that shaucha is taken care of. Okay, it's that important. Shaucha is, and only then what happens is, like अपना cleaner thoughts लिखा है मितेश ने, my mom also said मन का भी thoughts है, वो कैसे होगा clean, मन का thoughts कैसे clean होगा अगर शरीर शुद्ध नहीं. Suppose now tomorrow morning you have to meditate, okay, and you don't brush, don't do anything, just try, don't wash your feet, don't do anything, just try to meditate. Next day, brush, wash your face, just take a shower nicely, and then sit and meditate. See the difference. Each time there will be a difference. So the shaucha parts helps us to feel clean. If you feel clean without doing all this, if you've reached that state, then it's okay. So see the difference. I'm not saying don't do this way or don't do that way. Check the differences and do what feels best for you. Yeah. Dhruvi is saying correct that when I'm at home, I use the washroom, but when I'm working, I don't use the loo. And see, because of the that's the problem. The place we stay in doesn't give us enough washroom. So naturally, she has written that because of lack of a hygienic washroom, she is probably not even drinking water, or she is holding. Both are not good for the body. Both are not good. So because it starts, I'm sure she's a doctor, she knows, germs वगैरह multiply हो जाते हैं. And then we, as women, we have more issues than men for urine infection. Our passages are different. So you have to be very, 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 very challenging this is. So be aware and try to locate something and, fight for a washroom. Fight with the people that we want a clean washroom, otherwise don't go to that place. Start fighting for your rights. Women have to fight for these things, surprisingly. And even men, it's not good for men also to hold on. So be very careful about this. Next is one pointed attention. कैसे आएगा? One pointed, first to clean thoughts आना है. For the cleaner thoughts to come, the mind has to be purified. शरीर शुद्धि, all complete शुद्धि हुआ, वाक शुद्धि, and then मन शुद्धि. मन शुद्ध होना है. Because right now, I told one story about Buddha and Ananda. They are walking across and Buddha is very thirsty. He sits in one place and says, I want water. So Ananda is his elder brother, but a disciple also. So Ananda says, I'll bring water from the lake, which was, just a few miles away. So he walks to the lake, and by the time he reaches there, just, few horses have just passed through and the lake is fully muddy. So he comes back and tells Buddha, I can't bring water for you. It's all muddy. So Buddha says, I'm very thirsty. I want water. Go and sit there till the water settles. So he goes. Ananda is not happy, but he goes there. He sits down near the lake for a long time, maybe 30 minutes, 1 hour. Watches it for a while, and then slowly the mud settles and he gets pure water. How do we get clean thoughts and pure thoughts? They will not, the dirt won't disappear. Whatever impressions we have will never disappear. It will not just get washed away or something. It will settle, allowing the pure consciousness to reflect through the mind. That's how it works. So for that, we need to settle. If we are having a cluttered mind, too many thoughts, too much of going on in the head, it will never be clean thoughts. It will be muddy and it will be non-reflective. So you will be playing with your own thoughts. I told in the last session, this is what will happen. You'll be playing with the same mud. वो मट्टी वाला पानी में हम लोग खेल रहे हैं और प्योर वाटर कब आएगा. You have to settle. You have to sit shanti se, and then the mud will settle and the pure water will float on top and you can drink it. So that's how the mind is exactly. What do you need to do? Settle. How? The thoughts will not disappear. I've told many times, they will be there. Don't get entangled with them. Tell them, settle down, settle down, settle down. Everybody settle down. Session starting, settle down. Cinema hall में क्या बोलते बैठ जाओ सब लोग बैठ जाओ चलो अभी फिल्म स्टार्ट होने वाला है. Sit down everybody. सामने वाला खड़ा हो जाता है ए बैठो यार मेरे को स्क्रीन नहीं दिख रहा है. Settle down totally. Physically, first you settle down. That's why we do yoga asana, so that the limbs are open properly and we can actually sit without moving for a long time. Body settled, mind settled. Mind will settle. So that's all connected. Okay. So that's how the thing gets purified. Okay. Now we'll go ahead with the next one. Shaucha, everybody reflect on it. Okay. Just reflect. Kya karna hai, kaise karna hai. Do I want shaucha or I don't want shaucha? Because what we feel in, I'm a very clean person. We are all clean only, but we gather dirt every day, every single day. We meet people, we hear things, we do a lot of things. Jiske wajah se you accumulate the dirt. So that taking bath 5-6 times or washing the hands 20 times will not clear our dirt from the mind. The mind, if it is dirty, the cleaning the body 100 times will not help. 2-3 times is enough. Let's not get fanatic about cleaning our body. It's about cleaning the mind. For that, meditation. Sit down, do a tratak. It will cleanse your eyes. It will, release water. You'll feel good. Wash your mouth. Wash your hands and palms and feet. Sit down and then try to settle your mind. Just imagine that your Ananda, Buddha is waiting for water and the lake is fully muddy and you have to stare at it till it settles. Look at your mind till it settles. The minute you start looking at your mind, it disappears. It's not, its existence is based purely on our past and future. If you don't look at it here and there, past or future में नहीं जाने दोगे mind को, present में लेके आके बिठाओगे, it becomes a plain mirror, purely reflecting consciousness. That's the mind. Now we have mana, then we have chitta. Patanjali speaks on yoga, chitta vritti nirodha. Chitta vritti bol rahe. There is a first part of the mind which is our manas. Basic mind, जो भी it's full of thoughts जो बोल रहे हैं वो वाला mind है. उसको ज़्यादा tackle नहीं करना है. Just forget about it. The ripples mainly are happening in the chitta. If the chitta can become silent, then ऊपर कुछ भी चलने दो, छोटा मन में कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है. चित्त को शांत करना है. Chitta is the impressions, lot of memories and everything that keep plop 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 ऊपर ऐसा bubbles जैसे आते रहता है. वो आके छोटा मन को, it comes out on the surface of the mind. Then we start feeling worried. Oh my God, I'm getting so many thoughts. But without the chitta, there'll be nothing in the manas also. Manas is more attached to the senses outside. How do you control or purify your senses? Senses have memory. I told this in Gita, I'll tell again. Senses have their own memories. All the senses have to be cleansed. How? When you look at something which is not nice, you have to immediately also look at something which is very pleasing. How? When you went to the washroom, like Nisha has written, don't you come out and wash your hands with hand soap? Right? After cleaning, you wash your hands with hand soap. Why? Because you want to clean something which you felt was dirty. Okay? Now I saw something which is not pleasing to the eye. Okay, I am not feeling good in my eyes because I saw something which is not nice. See something which is pleasing to the eyes. This is Pratipaksha Bhavana. This will take one session separately. So this is Pratipaksha. Opposite करना ही है. जो आंखों ने कुछ खराब देखा, उन्हीं आंखों से कुछ अच्छा देखो. या तो त्राटक कर लो. Stare at the candle and let the tears flow. That's cleansing. Okay. Nose. When you smell something bad, what you do? Immediately you take a handkerchief and stuff your nose. No, I don't want to smell this. I don't want to smell this. You know it's bad odor. We know it. So then perfume मारते हैं हम लोग. अरे गंदा smell आ रहा है. चलो चलो perfume मारो, अगरबत्ती लगाओ. It should smell good. So we know what to do when it is bad smelling. So immediately nose का काम हो गया. But cleansing is important of the nostril. Try to keep the nostrils open and clean. Okay, so that way the breath will go properly. Then eating, bad mouthing. किसी के बारे में कुछ बोल दिया, कुछ गुस्सा आ गया, कुछ हो गया, ठीक है. उसके बाद एक माला जपो. Purify तभी का तभी खत्म कर दो. Because see, sometimes some things happen. They just happen. And you say something. हो गया. उसके बाद बैठ जाओ और अच्छा बोलो. झूठा नहीं, सच्ची का फील करके बोलो. अगर नहीं हो रहा है तो मंत्र जाप करो. It is the safest. Okay, do a mantra japa. So that is how you do. कुछ खराब खा लिया. हम लोग मिर्ची खाने के बाद क्या करते हैं? ठेकेदार भैया शक्कर दे दो. पानी पूरी वाले को भी कुछ मीठा दे दो. क्यों मीठा पूरी दे दो? We know what's the opposite. Very naturally we know. Similarly, when something we have eaten which is not feeling good, eat the opposite directly and make the mouth also to feel good, stomach also to feel good. So हर जगह पे you have to work on yourself completely. Then santosha will come. That's the next one. We thought we are all content. Are we? What is contentment? Contentment, see, there are some lazy people also who will say, मेरे पास जो है ना बस है यार, अभी और क्या करना है, बस मेहनत कुछ नहीं करना है, बस खत्म हो गया. That's not contentment. That is laziness. See, there is a difference. Okay, contentment में lot of people who don't want to work and feel बस यार, बोलते मेरे पास जितना है मैं एकदम तृप्त है, लेकिन अगर कोई फ्री में दे देगा तो मैं ले लेगा. That means उन लोग content नहीं है. That's how you catch them. Okay, contentment and consolation, they're different things. We console ourselves most of the time. So when santoshat anuttama sukhalabha. Santoshat anuttama sukhalabha means with santosha, with contentment, immense happiness is gained. That's what he's saying, Patanjali. So when you're contented, supreme happiness is gained is the actual translation. Now, whatever we have today, okay, first we will be content with what we have. Okay, we should not be content with what we do. Now you get the point what I'm saying. Be content with what you have, but don't be content with what you do. मैंने ना 108 एक बार माला जपा, 10 मिनट meditation किया, I'm very content. No. Here you will say, I want to do more. I'm not content with this. Okay, but what you have, okay, I have this, I'm content with this as a gift of God, something like that. So there is a big difference. See, console nahi karna because it's not a nice thing. Don't console yourself. Most of us will do that. Most of us will say, "Theek hai na, abhi kya karte hain? Let's be console ourselves." Somewhere we are repressing or suppressing our desires, and the discontent grows. And वो bomb blast जैसे बाहर आएगा बस. Because we will be caught. See, contentment is more of a revolution. It will dawn on you. It will hit you. Whereas consolation is purely suppression. क्या कर सकते हैं? कुछ नहीं कर. चलो इसी में निकालते हैं जिंदगी. This is consoling yourself because you're not content. You have to be content. क्या कमी है? 2 आंख है, नाक है, मुंह है, सांस ले रहे हैं हम लोग, खाना मिल रहा है, काफी अच्छा खासा हेल्थ है, ठीक ठाक ही है, सब लोग चल रहे, फिर रहे, बैठ रहे. Why are we not content? Who is content? A person? Are you listening to birds? Are you feeling the breeze on your skin? Are you enjoying the rain? Are you even looking out of the window? Are you enjoying the sun? क्या मस्त धूप है, wow. बारिश, moon, full moon, flowers, ये सब देख देख के अगर जो देख भी रहा है ना वो कंटेंट ही है। वैसे जो बाजू से चल के जा रहे हैं, अच्छा फ्लावर्स था मैंने देखा ही नहीं, क्यों? मैं आई एम बिजी विथ माई माइंड, I did not even see the flowers. I did not see anything around me. The sun rose, okay, it set also, thank God, because I am not even noticing these things. Then I am not content. Why? My mind is discontented and constantly playing something inside the head, and I have no time to be contented and look at what's happening around me. Contentment comes from very basic things, very basic things. A basic health, basics, फूड, शेल्टर, किधर तो रहने को जगह है, चलो ठीक है। ये जो कंप्लेंट बॉक्सेस होते हैं ना, हमारे यहाँ सबके यहाँ एक कंप्लेंट बॉक्स होता है। व्हाट इज अ कंप्लेंट बॉक्स? वी हैव कंप्लेंट बॉक्स इन आवर हाउसेस, और आर वी द कंप्लेंट बॉक्स इन आवर हाउस? you are your own judge. Okay, we tend to crib when it rains and even when it's too sunny. Yeah, ठंडी बढ़ गया तो भी क्रिप करेंगे, ठंडी नहीं पड़ा, लास्ट ईयर कितना ठंडी था, पर ठंडी ही नहीं है। गर्मी हो गया तो भी कंप्लेन, गर्मी नहीं हुआ तो भी we are busy. That's what I said. We have either we have become a complaint box by ourselves, or we have a complaint box in the house who's constantly complaining. So if somebody is constantly complaining, label them as purely complaint boxes, because they're discontent. उन लोग ढूंढते रहते कि किस चीज का कंप्लेन करूं अभी, किस चीज का? घर पे कुछ नहीं मिला तो पॉलिटिक्स, क्या कंट्री है यार, वो उसने क्या कर दिया यार, रोड में कितना खड्डा पड़ गया यार, मिनिस्टर लोग क्या कर, कुछ तो कंप्लेन करना है, then I feel powerful. We have to stop complaining totally. Okay, no need. If you can take action, please take action and don't complain. That's not a nice place to be in. And yes, we should not be lazy and say I'm contented and try to avoid work. That's not what we are speaking about. Contentment comes positive. Usse actually you feel lot of peace, lot of peace. When you're discontent, you're very restless. So कुछ तो बराबर नहीं है, ये क्यों ऐसा है, वो क्यों ऐसा है, मुझे दुकान में ये नहीं मिला, मुझे बारिश हो गया, मैं I couldn't go out, and 100 things you will complain. Doesn't work. No complaints. Absolutely no complaints. If you can take action, do it. Okay. And yes, one more thing all of us need to do, remember, is learn to say yes. Because not generally, I'm not saying in dangerous situations, but generally I'm saying, if I say, are you coming? You should say yes. If I say, let's go somewhere, you should say yes. Are you joining the session? Yes. And then you can say, today this issue is there, so I will be, not able to do. But the first thing that comes from the mouth should be yes. If it's a no, it's functioning from the space of ego. Because when you say no, you feel powerful. मैंने उसको ना बोल दिया. Lekin you know what you did? You destroyed your peace of mind. Because after saying no, you will think, Hari, should I have said yes? Did they feel bad? Is there a chance that I can say yes? Why should I say no? I should have said this continue ho jayega. This will be a stray, line of thoughts. So no comes from an egoistic person, and yes comes from a content person. Jana hai? Theek. Yes, boss. Sadvachan, like Swamiji used to say. So then, actually, if you think when you say no, the mind starts functioning. So mind ko identity mil gaya. That's the ego. Okay. When you say yes, what happens? You don't have anything to think. I said yes, baat khatam. Story khalas. Abhi man ko kaam hi nahi hai. So I am at peace. So that is why contentment brings peace and happiness. If you're content, you're bound to say yes. You'll naturally say yes. There's no reason to say no. Where we want to prove that I am somebody, my identity is something, like maybe spouses or somebody in your family, you say, just take out the bike or the car and I need some vegetable. Not now, after 1 hour. That is functioning from ego. The one who says, chalo, chalo, abhi niklo, they are very different. They are contented people. They would generally do a lot more work than discontented people. Effortlessly, like we spoke in Brahmacharya. Okay? So stopping the mind is santosha, okay? And with awareness. So we have to be aware kitna birds, kitna kya chal raha hai, nature mein kya hai, where am I? Why am I not content? If I'm discontented, why? Check the reasons. Very important to check this, okay? Seeing is necessary, but not through the eyes of desire. Like I see a beautiful dress when I'm just walking, okay, by a mall or something. I see a beautiful dress. Wow, so beautiful. Walk on. Desire नहीं चाहिए आंखों में, देखना जरूर. देखो, desire को खत्म करो. Not with the eyes that are longing for it, but the eyes that just see the beauty, appreciate it and walk on. हम लोग बहुत सारे संत साधु भी जो आंखें बंद कर देते हैं क्योंकि वो देखना नहीं चाह रहे हैं. अब बहुत सुंदर लड़की है, कौन देखेगा यार, कोई डिजायर उठ के आ जाएगा. That's not the solution. That beautiful person who is passing by is some God made, God made बोलते हैं ना. ये divine जो दिख रहा है वो divine ही है. Divine को आंख खोल के मन भर के देखो, बिना desire का. desire क्यों आता है? ड्रेस देख के डिजायर क्यों आया? पोजेस कर. I want that dress. If I don't want, do you want the sun? No. Do you want the moon? No. So desire नहीं है. तो कितना मजा आ रहा है ना, क्या मून था, क्या सनसेट था. क्यों अपना कभी ले ही नहीं सकते वो चीज, अपना बना ही नहीं सकते. किसी को अपना नहीं बनाना है, लेकिन देखना है. देखने में कोई गलती नहीं. You should see with so much contentment that you feel that you don't feel that I want to take that one, or I want to, like Mulli ji's laddus, meko laddu khana hai. Do you passing by a cake shop, looking at all those cakes and pastries? नहीं होना चाहिए. क्या beautiful, क्या कलाकारी है, क्या decorate किया है pastry को, बोलते हुए चलते फिरो आगे. No need to feel that wanting का जो एक feeling है ना, वो बंद करना. देखने, अरे वो देखना ही नहीं है, देखेंगे ना मन हो जाएगा खाने का. This doesn't work. Doesn't work. So we just miss the pastry shop. Pastry का और आइसक्रीम का शॉप है, चलो वहां से चलते हैं. If I see, I have to eat it. There is no other way. That doesn't work. You have to look at it and pass on as if it's a sunrise, as if it's a moon, as if there are flowers in the garden which you can't pluck. You have to look. Looking is no problem because it's soothing to the eyes to look at beautiful things. So look at it. There is no problem. Okay. Without the eyes of, with a desire coming through your eyes, it shouldn't come. When you look at the eyes, you will know. When you look at your own eyes, you will know. Are they filled with desire? Eyes are the mirror of the mind. When you look at anybody's eyes, you will know कि desire है, कि sadness है, कि joy है, discontent है, contentment है. आंखों से पता चल जाएगा. बाकी कहानी लिखने की जरूरत ही नहीं है. The eyes will tell the entire story of what state of mind this person is in करके. So the eyes, yeah. So अभी आंख तो बंद नहीं कर सकते हैं ना सब. मैंने सबकी आंखें देख ली. So see, anxiety and worry leads to, and some kind of consoling to the self. Like when we had COVID, we were all consoling ourselves. ये ना 6 महीने में चले जाएगा. अभी वैक्सीन आ गया ना, चला जाएगा. अभी ना कुछ नहीं होएगा. अभी सब चल. This is falsely, we have to think positive is one thing, and falsely trying to console yourself is different. Be content that the situation will resolve. बस बात खत्म. उसके बाद don't think about it. Anxiety and worry makes us console ourselves. Desires fulfill नहीं होते, we console ourselves. क्या करें अभी, जिसकी शादी नहीं हो रहा है, क्या करें अभी, लड़का नहीं मिल रहा है, लड़की नहीं मिल रहा है, क्या नसीब में नहीं है, छोड़ो यार, मैं ठीक हूँ खुद ही अकेला. This is consoling. If you really want to and it didn't happen, then you just feel that it's the law of nature and be content. I'm alone and I'm content. Doesn't matter, anyway we are alone. We just feel people are around us. Actually, we are all alone. Yet your guru, your master is with you. Actually think like that also. So yes, and that. So now the very fact that I'm alive, I'm breathing, I have basic food, I have some shelter, okay, I have a laptop or a mobile and an internet connection. We have so much. Why are we not content? वो बाजू वाले के पास ज्यादा वाईफाई है, बाजू वाले के पास बड़ा रूम है, बाजू वाले, that's the problem. The बाजू वाला is the problem. If there is no बाजू वाला, there's no neighbor. We are all free today. It's the neighbor who is creating problems for us, na? So think about it. No comparison. The minute we compare, we are discontent, we are dissatisfied. We start feeling, what if? What if? I'm not as good as that one. I'm not as good as this one. What if that one मेरे से आगे निकल गया तो? What if? That what if is discontent. जो भी दिया है ना भगवान ने, content. उसकी मर्जी, उसने डिजाइन. Somebody says something to you, say, I don't know. It's the designer's fault. I didn't design myself. That one designed, the divine designed me. Uski will go and give the complaint there. Okay, okay. That doesn't mean we start fighting and shouting and saying God designed. Okay, I'm just speaking about the physical aspects which can't be changed. So that was it. Discontentment leads to the yama ka ulta. Okay, stealing, hoarding, lying, and all these things will happen if you're discontent. That's why it comes after the yamas. Now, a person who is in faith will always be, content. You have to have faith in something, some power, something, maybe the self. But have faith because, okay, now I'll tell you the difference between faith and trust. Faith is where it's conditioned as we spoke. Now I come and hug you, suppose, okay, just like that. It will be maybe out of faith. We just hug, no friends. But when you hug out of love, there is trust. See the difference in both the hugs. You hug your friend sometimes just as upar say all that formality we do. Nowadays we don't do that, but generally I'm saying just take hug nikal gaye. There is no invisible communication or communion happening at that moment. That's due to faith. When it is trust, the minute you hug a person, the love will flow. There'll be an invisible something passing between two people. That can happen in a hug, or it can just happen when you look at the person also. There is some kind of a love flowing that comes with trust. That comes with trust. When there is faith, it's upar ka, always. Okay. But still, let's start with faith and be content. Faith in the divine. Trust is I told you, it comes with grace. Love flows with grace. We can't say that from tomorrow I will love everyone, I'll start feeling. It doesn't happen like that. It will happen naturally. Work towards it. Shaucha and all will bring forth the love. Okay. So that was the faith and the trust. When it comes to this contentment, everybody knows the story of fox and the grapes, na? Oh, fox jata hai jungle mein, and the grapes are there, very sweet, nice grapes, and it's jumping and jumping and jumping. और उसको मिलता ही नहीं है वो लोमड़ी को. फिर उसको नहीं मिलता है तो क्या बोलता है? कोई पूछता है उसको तो खट्टे हैं. The grapes are sour. ऐसा होता है content and discontent. क्योंकि नहीं मिला ना, तो कंसोल किया उसने, खट्टा था ऐसे, वैसे भी नहीं चाहिए, छोड़. That we shouldn't do. Most of our people on the, even on the spiritual path, and they take sannyas and, declare that they are sannyasis and all, have not overcome their desires yet. For them, grapes are sour. Because they can no longer get into the mold of desire or get married or something. नहीं, शादी बकवास है, कुछ जरूरत नहीं है शादी का. Because हम लोग कर नहीं सकते इसके लिए. So remember all these things, okay? So grapes are sour नहीं करना. Don't say, like suppose I am overweight and I want to eat something homemade sweet, maybe 2-3 laddus. I'll say, नहीं उसमें बहुत calories है और अच्छा नहीं है, health खराब हो जाता है. But घर के लड्डू थे, खा सकते थे 2-3, कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता था. But हम लोग excuses निकाल रहे because we can't eat it for whatever reasons. Don't say it's not nice or don't make all these, don't console yourself. Be very honest. This is where Asteya and all will also help. You have to be very straight and honest with ourselves. Forget about others. Okay? Fox क्या बोलना चाहिए? कितने मीठे grapes हैं, but मैं पहुंच नहीं पा रहा हूँ वहाँ. So that is what is the truth. So that's where Satya comes in. Then another story I'll say before you all can ask something is, we have to live our life properly and really we have to live. Actually, we have to live. Now there is a poor couple, okay, old man and the wife, okay, and they have a small hut and a small, just a yard, and one old cow, very old cow, but the cow is giving milk. Okay, so now a saint comes there and he stays overnight with them. So when he stays overnight, what happens is they give sukha roti. They're poor, na? They give sukha roti, some butter and milk, okay, from the cow. So then the saint, they put something for him to sleep. He sleeps. In the morning, he asks, how do you manage your life? So then we are kind of managing. We have an old cow and it gives milk. So we trade the milk with the bread or the chapati or something. Sometimes we give butter to somebody and they give roti, and we are managing somehow. So okay, we are content. So now actually they're not, but they're just saying, "Ke abhi kya kare," kind of thing. So then they take the blessings. So the saint says, today only go and sell the cow. This is my instruction. And he leaves. Now they are very God-fearing people, okay? Saint ne bola hai, गाय बेच देना है. I have to sell the cow. They say, if we sell the cow, what will we eat? From where will the milk come? No butter, nobody will give roti to us in exchange. We'll die of hunger. But we can't say no to the saint. We'll get papa, punya, and all these things they believe. So we'll get sin. Immediately the man goes to the market and they both go actually. They sell the cow. And then what happens, we'll see later. Because after 1 year, the saint is coming back from his pilgrimage, same area, he sees the hut is no longer there. There's a small, nice cottage, okay, very sweet cottage. Then there are few cows, like 4 or 5 cows, okay, some chickens, a couple of goats, okay. And he enters the house and the man recognizes the saint and come. So then they give him food. It's not stale bread, but it is bread only, simple roti and all those things are given. But it's all fresh and nice and, simple food is there. Now he says, the saint asks, what happened? What happened to your, small hut and everything? So they say, you gave us the best advice, The minute we sold that old cow, we got some money. From that money, we bought another small thing, like a goat or something. From there, we proceeded. We started going to the market. We started meeting more people. There was more exposure. We grew, and this is how much we grew in 1 year. So this is also a problem of contentment. Growth shouldn't stop if you're content. Be very careful that you're not in a comfort zone. So all of us in the comfort zone with the old cow, please sell it. Because otherwise we won't grow. We have to grow. हम लोग ठीक है इसी में ठीक है जो है ना ऐसा नहीं expand. It's okay. It's not out of greed or desire. It's out of reason to grow. We have to grow. Okay. And another thing I wanted to say was, like Mitesh read out in the starting also, we need the gravitation and the grace. Gravitation, there is a child who wants to fly a kite. Okay, so it's a kite flying season, Sankranti. So he wants to fly a kite. So his father brings a kite, he brings the thread ka roll, manja we call it in Mumbai. And the whole thing, wo sab leke aata hai and patang udata hai. So when he's flying the kite, the boy is so excited. He's holding the roll and the thread and he's saying, wow, it's flying, it's flying. But he's telling the father, it's not flying well. It can fly higher. Just cut the thread, then it will fly very nicely. Very high it will fly. So then the father doesn't argue. The father cuts the thread. Father cuts the thread. The kite flies very high for a few minutes. And then tada, it goes and falls in the balcony of another person. Down. Gravitation and grace. So when we want to fly and we want to stay flying, we need someone to hold us also. That is where gravitation is absolutely necessary. So if a grounded person is there with a person who is flying, like if the child is there allowing the kite to fly, it can fly. If there is no grounding, then we'll drop dead actually, we'll fall, we won't succeed. So we need both the gravitation and the grace. The grace can happen if there is gravitation also. And gravitation is needed for grace, grace is needed for gravitation. Both are equally important. These two are like Purusha and Prakriti, like Shiva and Shakti together. So to hold the Shakti, Purusha is needed. To hold the Prakriti, consciousness is needed. So like that, everything has to be together, Samatvam. So gravitation and grace both are needed for everything to be visible and flying and successful. So understand this in whatever context, whatever way you can in your life. So there should be a base and there should be flying. Only base and no flying, nahi, and only flying and no base, no. Okay, when a plane flies, it has a base, it knows where to land. So everything is connected. If there is no ground to land, it will only be flying. No. So we should be flying and we should have a ground also. So all of us were simply flying in success. ये वो एक दिन गिर जाएंगे धड़ाक से. Grounding करो फिर उड़ो. That's all. Okay. Same applies both ways. So जो उड़ रहे हैं उन लोग को grounding चाहिए और जो grounded है उन लोग थोड़ा उड़े. या उड़ान भरने की दूसरों को give an opportunity for others to fly from their ground, basically, if they are grounded. So if I have a base ground, I'll say chalo sab log idhar aao udo yahan se, I'll take care. So that both are needed. Okay, so in a relationship, especially if it's a couple, it will be very helpful if one is flying and one is grounded. If both want to fly, both want success, then the grounding will be a problem. So usually when the woman stays back at home, allowing the man to fly, it means that there is a ground base where he can come back to. So we have to complement each other in a relationship. If we are in a relationship, if there is a family, then please help each other to ground. Okay, and if one is grounded, the other can fly. If one is flying, the other can something. Make a beautiful combination and be joyous in that and be content. Okay, we have parents, gurus, the very God. Yeah. Mitesh has said we have parents, gurus, the very God means, can you expound on that, Mitesh? You can unmute actually if you want. Anyway, we have time.
It was in context the context to, as you said, ki contentment. Contentment से ऐसा है कि we have parents, we have gurus. They are the God itself.
Yes.
So it's not like we don't have this, we don't have that. We have parents, we have our gurus. In that way.
Very true, very true. We first of all, we are here because of our parents. हम लोग का अस्तित्व भी उनके ऊपर dependent था. To get this body, I needed my parents. So yes, we have to be having gratitude. We are missing complaint boxes जितने भी हैं, सुबह gratitude prayer करो पहले. फिर हम लोग complaints लेंगे सबका. सुबह उठ के चलो शरीर तो है, चलो I'm alive, thank God. उससे मेरा श्वास चल रहा है, क्या बात है, मैं ले भी नहीं रही, चल रहा है. When you go and poop and come, अरे पेट साफ हो गया, thank God. हर चीज के लिए gratitude करो. छोटी छोटी बातों में करोगे तो बड़ी बातों में अपने आप हो जाएगा. So gratitude is absolutely important. For every meal you get gratitude. And then we complain. कितना तीखा है, कितना फीका है. इसी में हम लोग का लाइफ निकल जाता है. We have to stop complaining. That really doesn't make us, go anywhere on this path. So yes, anybody wants to share anything, anybody wants to ask anything, say anything, please come up because we still have time today. 12 minutes. शौचा संतोषा, उसके बाद तपस्या तभी होगा जब शौचा और संतोषा होगा. So then we'll talk on tapasya, swadhyaya and Ishvara pranidhana. And then we will take that Pratipaksha Bhavana ka 2 sutras are there, we'll take that also. And if we still have one more session left, we'll learn the sutras, this much, okay? Whatever she has sent you, that much we'll learn. And every morning we'll sit and recite. 3 minutes it takes. And all this will enter us, enter our systems. Yes, who's coming up with whatever? Anything you want to share, anything you want to say, some story, whatever. Nobody? Mitesh, yes. You're unmuted, that's why I thought, Murli, you want to share something from your good experiences? Come on. about contentment, maybe. Lost for words. Very content.
Yeah,
So,
Nainaji, talking of any subject, so I'll just say, one
yeah.
thing, desire aspect, I'm sure each and every one of us are like, we know about these things. Desires like crazy, from iPhones to cars to houses to dresses. It's a world, crazy world. But since we are on the subject and talking about it, it's extremely difficult when we look at something and then we say, okay, I look at it, but there is a sense of, it should not be with an attachment or a desire. Would you like to expound on that like a little bit more?
100%. First of all, we need to understand that even if I take something, I saw a dress, it's beautiful, I want it. First thought is I want it. Okay, I look at the price, it's affordable, I buy it. Does it belong to me? Still, we need to check. Does it belong to me? Even after I paid money, I brought it, I wore it, finally I can't take it कि ये मेरा ही है और जिंदगी भर रहेगा, जरूरी नहीं है. So when we know that this very body doesn't belong to me, I actually cannot say this 100% I have full control and I know when it will come, when it will go. कुछ भी control नहीं है. When there is nothing, no guarantee that this body belongs to me. Whatever I acquire for this body cannot be like, stamped for mine. So it doesn't mean you don't buy. You buy, but with not attachment. Not like I can't do without it. वो नहीं आना चाहिए. There should be a nice sattvic feeling that even if you like it, maybe you look at the price tag and you feel, no, I can't afford it. With a smile, we should be able to walk out. Saying better luck next time. You don't deserve me, probably, consolation aa jayega. Don't do that. Just say better luck next time and walk off and then forget about it. Forget about it. हम लोग क्रिप करते हैं. Suppose the saree is 20,000 rupees. अरे यार अभी next month ही ले सकते हैं. अभी sale आएगा तभी. No cribbing, no complaints. Just be content. So that doesn't mean कि हम लोग एक dress पहन के घूम रहे हैं. That's not what it means. You buy if you can and only if you need it. So in every aspect, only this will come. Whether it's a laddu or a dress or a person that we want, like these girls. And अरे मेरे को उससे शादी करना है, मेरे को चाहिए ही चाहिए. ऐसा कोई item नहीं है. Nobody is an object. We cannot make another human being an object and think, I want to attain this thing. No, you can love and leave it at that. That's how we grow. Because acquiring comes from a very lower mind. Wherein we are taught rather कि ये ले लो, ये अपना कर लो, अभी कोविड टाइम्स में दुकान बंद है, सब स्टॉक कर लो. ये सब जो है ना, ये comes from a little bit of animal instincts and fear of survival. खाना नहीं मिला तो मर जाएंगे kind of, the fear makes us do a lot of things. To be very careful. So yeah, we have to look at it nicely with a lot of love. Actually, only we have to work internally. So that's the only way, because अंदर से वो desire आते रहता है ना, उसको दबाने में point नहीं है. वो आना ही नहीं चाहिए, उसके लिए work करना है. कि मैं you know, you
Not
feel
being
that,
obsessed.
huh?
Not to be obsessed.
obsessed नहीं होना है, possession mode में नहीं जाना है. So true, actually.
Yeah, no, I understand. Actually, I'm looking at it from a different perspective. It was more for a clarification for everybody, because what I was looking whether it was on a spiritual perspective or it was different. Because from a Vedantic perspective, it goes very deep. That it's a world of Maya, nothing belongs to you. It's all in the mind.
Yeah.
Basically, it's all acting in the mind. The light falls and
Yes.
all those kinds. So I was just wondering which level we are talking. Fine, I'm 100%.
It depends on where we are, whichever level we are. We should understand that I can't acquire any person. I cannot acquire any object also, because everything is going to come and fade. It will go, it will die, including the body. So किसी को possess नहीं कर सकते, प्रेम कर सकते हैं. You can love a thing, but you cannot possess anything or anybody. अपरिग्रह. So that, yeah, Vani.
I have one situation where I have observed in a relationship. Say, for example, it is most of the time I find it in a father and a son, because I saw it in my father also. Like he was not obsessed. He did all his best to his sons more so that they will become better achievers. He was not obsessed. He was not obsessed about his children. No, but he did his best for them to become more great achievers. But at the same time, the sons were different. In the sense, they loved him. They got the best. They took the best, and they said, "Okay, this was it. This was my bit. I got it. I took it." But what do you say? The reciprocation in a situation towards the person, that was just faded almost from their
I
side.
understand what you're saying. There is no gratitude from their side. It's taken for granted.
No. Gratitude is there. Gratitude is there. Adana, they're not able to, they don't want to show it. Why this happens? Is it ego that comes in the way, or is it they don't want to show it, or is it that they feel that it's understood, it's taken for granted? Okay, he is doing it. ठीक है.
इसका duty है.
इसका duty है. So they forget what they are supposed to give back. So this vacuum makes a person till he dies that thirst for it.
Okay.
This one thing I have noticed.
I understood. So the person you're speaking about is the father who feels less acknowledged.
Okay. Yes, not even acknowledged. No, like he doesn't feel इतना किया वो भी नहीं. अरे
just basic.
प्यार तो दे दो, प्यार तो दे दो. मतलब at least you have it, at least show it, no, in your words, in kind or act.
Yeah.
वो रह जाते हैं. I mean, how to take this whole sequence is what I'm asking.
If we are parents, we will do the best, and expecting anything, actually, even just a kind word from our children is dangerous for us because the generation is totally different. And it will be only a blessing if we get kind words from them. It's a blessing if they reciprocate the feeling. It's a blessing if they love us more than we love them. It's purely grace and blessing.
Yeah, Leena. Yeah. What is it? I agree. I agree that, I mean, totally I agree. In a Vedantic, what you're saying is 200% right. But humanly, like you see them, that sequence of the two, like it's somewhere, like difficult to take it, like when you're
I understand what you're saying, Vani, and I will bet that most of us are facing this in different relationships. It could be a spouse. I could have given my entire life to my spouse and even not have acknowledged even once. This happens with most women, especially who are homemakers. उन लोग अपना जिंदगी, कैरियर सब छोड़ के अपना पति बच्चों के लिए छोड़ देते हैं. Most Indian women, and nobody even acknowledges their presence. Even the children acknowledge the presence of the father because he's paying the bills. She is doing something effortlessly, and सुबह शाम breakfast आ रहा है, खाना आ रहा है, bed लग रहा है, घर clean, किसी को पता ही नहीं चल रहा है. बट डैडी चेकबुक लेके आते, एटीएम कार्ड लेके आते हैं, तो सबको पता चलता है और डैडी 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 हो जाता है, और शायद मम्मी की तरफ ध्यान ही नहीं जा रहा है. बेचारी उसने मुंह बंद करके किया ना. So there are families I know where neither the children nor the spouse acknowledges the woman of the house who is logging day in and day out. Somewhere we need to, from our side, okay, for a solution for this, from our side, we will acknowledge our parents. We will start acknowledging our children if they're giving us even little bit. And anybody who is doing anything for us, maybe that will give us back what we were expecting at some point of time. Because it's a karmic baggage. Suppose nobody is acknowledging you for whatever you have done, that's my karmic baggage that I only have to give actually in this life and not take. So I have to make myself, very clear in my head.
That is the ultimate truth. That is the ultimate
truth. That, and sometimes you won't believe we are getting from someone. lots and lots.
Yeah,
And
from another side. Yeah.
Another side. So somewhere there is a balance. If you trust this, you'll be content. Trust this and you're content. That's how I understand it. I trust that यहाँ तो दरवाजा बंद है, वो दरवाजा खुला है. And I told to Nisha also other day, this door is closed, that door is open. So let it come from whichever door it comes. Why am I knocking this door when the other door is wide open? So take from wherever it comes.
Yeah, life is not 100%. Life is not
Yes,
100%.
like your father may not get from his sons, but there'll be some cousins or you or maybe somebody else who gives a lot of love and acknowledgement and a lot of things. He should feel content. Chalo, yahan se nahi aa rahe, yahan se aa rahe. Kya baat hai, kya farak padta hai? From where it comes and take it. As a housewife, the friends and relatives may give lots, but the spouse and children may not give anything. Theek hai, cool. From somewhere I'm getting it. That trust on the divinity will make us content. Otherwise, we'll be very sad and cribbing and disappointed with life. And life is to be lived fully.
Right,
Fully.
right.
Come what may. Thank you nahi bola tu
Don't
ja
wait,
yaar.
don't wait for anyone. Don't wait for anything.
Exactly. I'm coming to Hyderabad.
I wish I'm there when you're there.
But you please let me know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Done.
We'll close the session. Shanti
Yeah.
mantra, Mitesh, and we'll
you.
take up next
Yeah.
time the remaining. Thank you all so much.
Thank you.
Mitesh,
Thank
Shanti
you.
mantra.
Yes. We'll do Asatoma Sadgama.
Done.
Tamso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma amritam gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
Beautiful. So we'll close. Siddha Satoma Sadgamaya Tamasoma, done beautifully. So yeah, all done. Akshita, do I need to say something? Anything else left? Any announcements? No, no. Okay. No. Okay then. All of you, bye-bye. Thank you so
Bye.
much. Love you all and stay blessed. Bye. See you.
Bye.
Bye.